Hi, this is Chris again with Essential 3, and I'm going to tell you about step 4 that we recommended for Marjorie, the landscape gardener. If you haven't seen the other ones, check out the previous ones in this series, but step 4 for Marjorie is actually kind of like a step called keep going. It's a step called keep connecting, refining, and growing. And what we're doing here is over the next year or so, Marjorie keeps listening and learning to listen more to her customers and her own guidance, if you will, and intuitive guidance. And she starts letting go of those things that aren't serving her. So it's basically, applying the things that she's gotten from the previous three, which is clarifying her vision and naming her vision, gathering positive evidence and getting clarity about her own brilliance, and then stepping out of the whirlwind and taking it step by step. So she ups her prices and made a pretty good website, and that does a beautiful job of showcasing her work. She created a tell a friend program, as well as paying someone to call up each client and see how she could improve. By super focusing on the gardens, on the fantasy gardens, and not the boring landscape work that she didn't really want to do, little by little she begins to see greater and greater energy around this specialized area. And she's honed her team now to 5 helpers that are much more into the gardening thing. And to be honest with you, one of them might have had a little hard time getting work again, but several of them did just fine, and one of them even went off on their own, so they were okay. Um, and so she uses these specialized helpers now when she really needs them, but she gets to really dig in and be more hands-on in making these beautiful gardens. So really that's step 5 is, or step 4 is just, kind of like keep going and just keep these little steps moving. And step 5, which is the last step that we recommended for Marjorie, this is where we actually get into some technical marketing, or things people think of as marketing, like running some ads, or putting up flyers everywhere, or networking and all of those things. But actually, so much of what she did just by refining her intention and refining how she talks about herself and starting to let go of things, and just, this is what step 4 is about, is really just allowing herself to let it morph over time through this intention, connection, and talking about herself a little differently, and you know modifying her website a little, is having it start to morph, you know bit by bit, into the thing she really wants to create.